Hi there. I am coming on tonight, and I'm not happy. I was going to put up part 2 of my little watercolor fun, where I had started this particular painting, and I got right to where I was putting in these distant hills kind of in the background there, and I stopped the video and meant to come back and finish it, which I did, as you can see, for you, but I meant to do it for you on camera, and I somehow or other completely lost the video of the rest of this painting, which is highly irritating. So it is in Video Never Never Land, wherever that might be, and but you can see I did finish it, and that's what it turned out like. It was, this particular piece was mostly about doing the clouds anyway. So I apologize so much for that, but tonight I'm going to attempt to do some more watercolor with you, and this is a painting of some pears that I have a picture of here. It's a exercise, a lesson from Emma Lefebvre, and she is doing these pears, and I thought they were really cool, so I'm going to give that a shot, and I'm gonna take you with me and hope that we can have some fun doing this. And what she starts off with is a very, very light wash of yellow ochre. I don't really have, to me it looks like a goldy yellow color, yellow ochre. I don't know that I actually have that color, and I'm mixing over here, and I know you can't see what I'm doing. I'm so sorry, but I'm attempting to get a yellow ochre color here, and maybe a little bit over here. So what I'm mixing or doing is putting this yellow color right here, and I'm going to put a little bit of brown with that, just a tiny little bit of brown, and see if I can't get sort of a yellow ochre color. And please forgive my nose, throat, voice. I have a cold again. I'm getting really tired of having a cold all the time. I've never had such trouble with having colds and stuff since I moved down here, and you would think that this climate would be more conducive. Okay, complete and total interruption. I am sorry about that. But I was talking about mixing a kind of a yellow ochre color, and getting started on my painting, and I have a picture over here of Emma's little pears that she did, and I did change the since I hadn't started yet, I changed the orientation of my paper from horizontal to vertical, because I looked at Emma's lesson again, and I thought my paper is not in the right orientation here. So okay, so we're going to, and so this is my little palette here where I'm mixing a little bit. I'm going to set it off to the side again. And hopefully this time no interruptions. So I'm starting with a light wash, and already that's not light enough, but and I don't think my paper is as big as Emma's. I don't think my actual sheet of paper is as big as hers, but that's okay. So, light wash, pear shape, the light makes a sheen on my paper to where I can't hardly see, where I really can't see very well. So there's another challenge. Okay, so then Emma takes what I think she called burnt umber, but I'm just kind of doing sort of a goldy brown color here, and she dropped it in, kind of just dropped it in along the bottom here, and I think, you know, just to give the pear some she did some dots to try to, you know, give it a little bit of texture, and even some around the top, I'm pretty sure she did, looking at the picture anyway. Sometimes I try to actually do it along with her while she's actually doing it, and then just, you know, stop the video and restart it and so on. I'm gonna let that just bleed out a little bit and see how that does in a minute here. And then the next one she kind of put up here, sort of. So and it's sort of a green pear. So I'm gonna try and see if I can pull this over to where you can maybe see. And this is a light green here that I'm using, but I want to grab some darker green here as well. And then I really don't like that bright green, although I know pears, some of the pears are a bright green color. I can't remember which kind they are, but I'm going to add a little bit of yellowish color to them, to my green, and make it a bit more. Might even add a little bit of that brown to it. So there we go. So let's try to do a light wash of this. All right, and then I think she has this pear coming here. So again, too much. And Emma likes to have the, like this pair that I'm painting right now, she likes to have that kind of bleed into the other pair that's already done here, and I don't know that I like that. I don't know. I haven't kind of gotten my opinion, I guess, is still out on that. I don't know. So let's see, get some more water in here, or I'm going to end up with some lines, and I don't want lines. And you can see they already started forming. And I don't like that, so I'm going to try and pick some of that back up so that there's no like harsh line right there. That's what it comes from not knowing exactly how to get your paper wet to the right extent, I should say. So I guess I'm going to try to make this pair look like it's sitting over top of that one. But I can do that more with when this is a little drier. At least I think I can. Okay, so if it gets a little bit dry on you and you know that you need it to be more wet for your bleeds and things, just go ahead and wet it up some more. And then for this pair, I think Emma put like a little bit of orangey color in there. And again, I'm over here mixing, and I know you can't see what I'm doing. I do apologize. I just don't have a big enough space to be able to show you properly. Okay, so I sort of have a little bit of an orangey color here, so I'm going to drop that in. And this part of it right here I absolutely love, because I love how that just kind of like spreads out and makes such a beautiful well, for lack of a better word to say, a bleed. Now this is a little bit drier, so I know that Emma came in and put some more dots just for some more detail on it. But once it starts getting dry, it's a whole different ball game, because you can then put color on top, but it's not going to have those bleeds like it did when it was wet on wet. And that little line that you see, that like edge around there, I don't mind the way that looks. There's a name for that. I forget what it is right now. But there's also, you know, what I'm trying to say is I don't think it's supposed to do that. I mean, I think it's a common mistake is what I'm trying to say. That happens, but I forget now what it's called. I mean, I just can't remember. But it's like a line of, kind of like a line of demarcation, sort of. Now, Emma also had another pair down here. I'm not sure that I have enough room to do another one down there. So I may do some foliage or something. See, that's starting to get dry, and I know what's going to happen. It's going to leave one of those marks. It's kind of like a water ring when you set a glass down on a surface and it leaves a ring, you know. That's kind of what this does. And it's not all that pretty. I don't know if I can get another one down there. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a shot. Oh boy, this is probably not gonna be a great idea, but I'm gonna try it. Alright, let's see if we can get a light enough wash of this. I'm thinking that I may have to, like, until I get better used to it, I may have to put a water wash down on my paper first before I add any color at all. So that the paper is more wet when I go to add the color. Okay, well, I got one. I got a pair. I did. For this one, I'm going to try to add a little bit of, before it gets really, really, really dry. just trying to practice on how to get my shading and that type of thing on these little pieces of fruit here. Yeah, that's too dry to do anything with now. Alright, I meant to to wet this again. So I'm re-wetting where I put my last pair here, because I could paint on it dry, but it would be a totally different thing. Okay, so now it's wet again. So I'm going to try to put a little bit of peach in here. Make this one have a peachy kind of a blush to it. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. I mean, you can see how that just bleeds so beautifully. When it's wet, you know. Alrighty. I'm kind of going to let my pears go for now. Pear apart and try and see if I can't put some leaves in. Now this starts off with some stems. She's got some pretty dark right up here. This stem, this one is still kind of wet, so I have to be a little careful. This one comes out like this, and I actually, yeah, I can see the top just barely. This stem comes out like that. And I think these are a bit darker, so I'm going to try to get some more darkness to them. Picking up some extra water right there. Let's get some green mixed up. I don't even know how far along I am here on my video, but I'm sure it's not a short one. So what I will do is probably speed it up quite a bit in between time. So there's a leaf here. And I might actually use a smaller brush for the stems. This that I had been using was actually a size 6 Creative Inspirations round brush. This one is that Royal Taklon that says it's a size 7, but it seems like, I don't know, it seems like the tip or the end of the bristles is better. I don't know, for smaller things.